standing. How have you been doing, Adrienne?
I'm okay, a little tight in my neck,
Ah, okay, okay.
but that's mostly stress.
Yeah. Remember the 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah,
Okay. The 1, 2, 3, 4 is actually good for so many things.
yeah,
Yeah, including the tendency to get stressed out and get tight. I mean, we're all anxious and stressed because of these crazy times, okay? But if you're like this, it makes it worse. So that's why the 1, 2, 3, 4, because if under stress, you're in a better position where things don't get so screwed in tightly, okay?
mm-hmm.
So strive for that 1, 2, 3, 4, just gently. You don't have
Yeah. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. Last week I was really sore.
Uh-huh.
It was really great. I love to be sore because it means I'm working.
Yes.
Yeah. I was sore like in my quads.
Quads? Yep. Okay. Good. Very good.
Yeah.
All this.
Those are the muscles I'm concerned with.
Yes. Okay.
All around here.
Remember, yeah, and that's what we're concerned with also, the quad, as well as the gluteus maximus.
Yes.
This is the forever partnership. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go through the warm up. I'm sitting here. I could be sitting on a regular chair. Okay. I could be, but here I'm sitting. I'm wherever I'm at. Okay. And we'll go through the activation of the hamstring and quad, and then the gluteus maximus. Remember how to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, say the hamstring, right? The hamstring, you're pressing down, the heel down into the floor, maintaining the 1, 2, 3, 4. So then relax.
I feel most of that around the back of my knee.
Yeah. Well, the hamstrings actually crosses the back of your knee.
Oh.
Yeah. So you notice that when you activate it, oh, thanks, Byron. It's Byron. Thank you, Byron. Yep. You notice that when you activate the hamstrings, you'll notice 2 sets of tendons on the inner side behind the knee and on the outer side behind the knee.
Mm.
These are the 2 hamstring groups. They're actually 2 separate groups that comprise the hamstrings. The outer group, behind the thigh, both are behind the thigh, but one's biased to the outside, the outer hamstrings, the lateral hamstrings, and the other one, the medial hamstrings. And you'll feel the tendons, they transition into the tendons, the ropes, as they approach the back of the knee. That's where you may be feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I never knew that.
Yeah.
I always thought there was something wrong with me.
Well,
and
there
I wasn't doing it right.
Yeah. If you're feeling a tension behind the knee, it's the tendons. Okay. And you can feel them to either side to confirm that.
Oh, I have a question. It's kind of unrelated. When I do lunges,
Yeah.
sometimes the knee that's in front, the left knee, when it's in front, it hurts.
Okay. Yeah, we'll address that.
Okay.
Okay. Getting back to what you may be feeling behind the knee, there are various reasons why you can feel things behind the knee. Okay. It should not be a pain. It should not be a pain. If you feel like
it's not a pain, it's just like a stretch.
Okay, that's fine. That should be fine. Okay. It should not get worse as you do it, as you press in, and as you repeat it. It should not be getting worse. Okay. If you're feeling that tension behind it, it's because the musculature is contracted. You should feel it relax when you relax. Okay. The other muscle that crosses behind the knee, actually the major muscle that crosses behind the knee, is the calf muscle. The the main calf muscle is the gastrocnemius, or gastroc for short. It also crosses behind the knee, but it tends to activate, especially if a person points their foot at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but if you keep your foot and ankle relaxed, it tends to be more the hamstring what you're feeling. Should be okay.
Yeah. Well, no one ever explained that to me in all these years, so that's good to know.
Very good, Adrian. Okay, and I had one person. I have a new patient. He's been looking at these videos posthumously and the recordings, and he actually has been using before he even saw me. And he says, you know, this has been really helpful because he's been learning to align. And then he said also, just this very same thing. When I tense the musculature, he said, I didn't realize I can exercise and just tense the musculature, activate the musculature. And that's what I do when I'm sitting in the car. And he says, you know what? My knee feels better when I do that. I'm like, cool. So this very easy fundamental exercise, like I said, you can apply it whenever you're sitting in the car, long trips or short trips, airline seat, right? Yeah. So he utilized it to actually feel better as he experimented. How do you like that? Very good. So that's hamstring when you dig the heel down into the ground. I'm actually doing it right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been doing it this whole time.
Good, thank you. All right, and then the quad, you straighten the knee. Right now, my tight hamstrings don't allow me to get fully extended, but my quad is activating because I'm straightening my knee. I am not lifting the whole leg.
Yeah, I don't feel anything in my quad.
Yeah.
As I do this.
Yeah. Make sure you're not lifting your thigh when you do this, okay? If anything, you press the thigh downward, to negate the tendency to lift up the whole leg. If you lift up the whole leg, you're using hip muscle and less quad, okay? So this is to focus on the quad. Press the thigh down and then straighten the knee. The lower leg should lift. You should feel the quad activate. The awareness that it's actually tightening and contracting, activated, okay? You can use your hand, your tactile hand, the touch right on the quad to feel it contracting.
Feel a little, not a lot.
Okay, and then you can feel it tensing underneath your fingers. Okay, so as you focus on activating the quad more, you should feel it tighten up incrementally under your fingers. Okay, you can feel it activating and hardening under your fingers as you add more energy to it. What you get out of it, remember what I was saying that? What you get out of it is what you put into it. Okay. And it's possible, on a good note, that you've gotten stronger in your quad, so you don't feel it as much.
Either that and also my quads and hamstrings are exceptionally tight. They're like knots.
Yeah, okay. And that's something that in the next episode we'll get into.
Okay.
We're stretching it.
Yeah.
Okay, but can you feel your quad activating more and more as you focus into it? Still maintaining. Yep. You want to be able to do that, okay? That's a good thing to do. Your ability to control the contraction. So you can just do it a little bit, or you can do it a lot, and anywhere in between. The degree of activation.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, that's very good to do. Because it wakes up the brain also, the neurons, and it connects more to the quad when you have that sensation that you're under that control. You can feel it with your fingertips. You can sense it just contracting it. Okay? Yeah. The brain, you're retraining the brain. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Good. All right, so that's the activation. Quad hamstring. Okay, you have your handy dandy belt. Okay, your hip belt that has slid down to either above your knee or below, it won't matter. Okay. It's easy, it stays on more easily when it's above the knee.
Mm.
Okay. Again, the 1, 2, 3, 4. Basic foundation, right? This 1, 2, 3, 4 also helps keep the neck and upper shoulders from tightening while you focus on exercises even in the leg.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Right? Yep. What you get out of it is what you put into it.
It feels good just to sit like this with everything activated.
Yes. Okay. I always maintain that. I came to realize exactly, I agree with you. I came to realize that so many of us, we tend to deactivate, relax, and collapse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything just tends to want to curl in.
I don't like that. Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, exactly. I've had a number of new patients this last week and this week also, where once they learn to attain and maintain, they actually feel better. In fact, my new patient that just walked out previous to this, he's been going through months of back pain and neck and arm pain. So now he says, oh, he's starting to actually feel a little better when he attains and maintains.
Mm-hmm.
Supports. Okay. And that's because this is actually what we're doing is normal. Giving in and relaxing, it's common and it's easy, the path of least resistance, but it's abnormal. It does not support the body properly when everything just gives in.
Mm-hmm.
But very good, Adrian.
Thank you.
Kudos. It feels better because you're supporting your body
Yeah.
and your body's thanking you. Okay, so yeah, you've been doing that, pressing out, slowly releasing. Okay. In the end, this pressing out action where you're tensioning the gluteus maximus is something that you want to be able to turn on at will, even without the belt, right? Which we're going to get into with the lunge and the squat, which is a prelude to getting down and up from the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The way to think of this pressing out is so that you are utilizing your gluteus maximus to align the thigh bone or femur so that you can create the weight-bearing line, the straight line from hip into the top of the foot, and your knee is right on that line. And that's why this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? That's what it's about. That's what it's all about, Elfie. Attaining and maintaining the line. I'm still pressing out. And the same configuration makes the quad work more.
Yeah.
Okay, as well as the glutes. This is the great partnership. Glute and quad working together. Yeah. Good. I'm still pressing out to maintain the weight-bearing line. This is the other patient. He hasn't been using a belt, but he's been thinking about the line because he notices he's in like that when he does things. So he's been creating the line. The belt allows you to work on reinforcing and strengthening the muscle that helps you to attain and maintain the line.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good. So now he's using the belt just as a strengthener. How does that feel to you, Adrian?
It feels really good.
Excellent. Good. Good. Nice. I feel it more in my butt though. I'll do sideways. 1, 2, 3, 3, and breathing diaphragmatically 4. So this is what it looks like sideways. I'm hinging from the hip like I'm sitting down. As if I'm sitting down. As if I'm sitting down. So hinging from the hip. Straightening up from the hip and down from the hip. Good. Now, this brings us to the lunge, okay? And that what I want you to be able to focus on with the lunge. Notice my knees, okay? Yes, the knees, they press out to create the weight-bearing line, hip to the top of the foot, and that line bisects my knee joint right on down the middle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's one of the two things to be aware of. The other thing to be aware of is your knee does not push forward. Does not push forward. That's why the hip again, because the hip distributes your body weight in the 1, 2, 3, 4, by the way, okay, so that you don't feel a need to push your knees forward to balance your weight over your feet. When I emphasize hip, it helps to bring my knees over my feet better.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So when my knees hurt, that's an indication that my knees aren't in alignment.
Usually, yes. Yes, for many people, when they start to align, they say, oh, it hurts less.
Yeah.
A lot of people, the knee pain goes away, and that's a great indicator.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see, I'm standing on this step stool because when I hinge from the hip, it allows me to get my weight to stay centered over my feet.
Uh-huh.
My knees don't have to compensate by pushing forward. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now on the lunge, we don't want the knee to go forward.
Right.
Okay? We actually want to be solid. You have to work on that to make sure that, of course, one, the knee doesn't roll in. It stays on that weight-bearing line, but also that the knee doesn't go forward. So you have to prevent that. You have to feel like you're pressing straight down into the floor. And you're bracing against the pushing forward. The better you are at that, the better with the knee. But tell me what happens with your knee.
Okay. I'm trying to angle the camera so you can see.
Okay.
Okay.
For all of you out there in TV land, okay, you notice my tibia or shin bone stays more vertical. It doesn't go past. My shin bone or tibia stays vertical.
Okay. Do I stick out my butt?
A little bit. A little bit. You don't necessarily have to lean like that.
Do I keep my torso straight?
You can. The main thing is keep the 1, 2, 3, 4. With a larger lunge, we're doing a small lunge. With a larger lunge, yeah, you'll have to make adjustments, see? But with a small lunge, it's less necessary. And I'm just asking for a small lunge just so that you can practice this. Not allowing the knee to go forward. You're pressing straight down. Straight down. I'm exaggerating that.
Does this look okay?
Cat cow with a small. Yeah, don't let your knee go forward. Your knee's going forward.
How do
Don't,
I do that?
okay?
Because when I go down, my knee automatically goes forward.
Yeah, well, okay, sorry. You know what? I can't quite tell, but if it's starting like this and going forward, it's okay as long as you don't go past the vertical. So if you're stepping forward and your knee's like this and then you're bending it, that's okay as long as you stop when the shin bone is vertical. Huh? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It's just really hard.
Yeah, well, that's what you want to work with.
Here, I think that's a better angle. So with the small lunge, I'm not going down very far.
That's okay.
Because if I go down far, my knee goes forward, and I don't want that.
You don't want that. You can
So I'm
practice.
just doing it a little.
And the practice is in not doing it. Okay? The practice is in not going forward. Okay? So whether it's small or larger or really large, I have to avoid this. Okay? You don't let it go forward. But that's a progression. That's why it's small. That's to go in small steps.
Oh, wow, that's really hard.
This is your exercise then. But what happens to your knee? Is that more comfortable?
It is, but
Good.
it doesn't look that straight to me. But I guess it is because it's not hurting.
Good. Yeah, the more you minimize that, the better. Okay, now I suggest that you step back so your feet get even to start. So that you step back so your feet are even to start, and then you take a step forward, which is a lunge. Okay, and then practice not allowing that knee to go forward. Remember, you're just pressing straight down. I'm going to exaggerate this. I'm pressing straight down into the floor.
This one feels a little easier.
Huh?
This one feels easier. This side.
The other leg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does my alignment look okay?
So far, so good. Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, control that knee going forward. There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right, Adrian, what do you think? Good. All right. So we worked with the lunge, but now the squat. How to progress with a squat? Okay. Can we turn that around and show me how? Thanks. Okay. So, okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. So, all right. Pretend, and I know you don't have this at your own place, but you have a sink. Okay. You have a sink, and what you're going to do is you're going to still practice as if you have the belt, or if you want, you could use the belt to press out. But even without the belt, you're still pressing out enough to create the weight-bearing line, okay? The idea here is that you want to be able to squat further and further down lower, okay? Yeah, you can see it. Oh, I like this in the mirror. Okay, so you can go down lower and lower and lower. Again, see how it looks like I'm sitting?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. but it's a progression. How can you make it easy for you to get down lower and lower? You stand at a sink, bathroom, kitchen, okay? You hold on to the rim of the sink, okay? Don't be right over it, because when you squat down, you're gonna bang your head into the edge of the sink. So step back, and what you do is you're going to create that weight-bearing line, and then you push your hips back, keep the alignment, and you can gently, only as necessary, only just enough, hold on to the edge of the sink so that you can get down a little lower, as if you're sitting onto a very low seat, a kiddie's chair, if you will. Okay, so your butt lowers down. Okay,
Okay.
in the alignment, and you're using the edge of the sink to so that you can be secure, so that you don't feel like you're gonna fall back, but only just enough to be secure. I don't want you grabbing on for dear life. You only go down as low as you're in control. And holding onto this edge of the sink is just a method to help you do that. Eventually, so that you don't have to hold on to the sink. Yeah?
Yeah. Well, right now I'm not holding onto the sink. Does it look okay?
Nice. Can you go lower? Because that's the point. Can you go lower with it? Looks good, but can you go lower?
As low as I can go.
Well, yeah, and this is my point. So using the sink is a way of progressing, so that you,
Okay.
yeah, so you can work on getting a little lower. You can work on getting a little lower, a little lower, a little lower, a little lower. You're gonna feel it in your quads.
Okay.
Okay, and if you're using the belt to press out against, like around the knees, you're gonna feel your butt too, your gluteus maximus.
Okay.
Okay, and again, it's as if you're sitting onto a really low kiddie's chair, not a kitty cat, but a kindergarten chair. Okay, yeah. So this allows you to be using the edge of the sink just enough to be secure. Okay, just enough. Allows you to work on getting a little lower, a little lower, a little lower. Oh, I'm feeling it right now.
Yeah, me too.
You too. Good.
I
Okay.
feel it in my glute.
And your glutes. Good. Remember, that's the eternal, wonderful, perfect marriage.
Yeah.
Glute and quad. Okay. Thank you for waiting.
Thanks, Chris.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Byron.
Yeah.